the Combine in Sports Network.
NFL Nation, how you doing? Come on in. Welcome to As the NFL Turns. It is week 3, baby. We're in the building and we're getting you ready, baby, for all the day's action. I'm Dolph Jackson, host of the Keeping It Real Who That Sports Podcast.
My name is Carlos Clayton. This is my homegirl, PJ, Miss Phyllis Jr. We are the hosts of Uneducated Sports Talk on YouTube.
And I'm Zach Bell from RealFansSports, man. Dolph, how we doing? What we ready for in week 3, man?
Man, some surprises, man. I think we're going to have at least 2 upsets today, man.
Oh.
At least 2 upsets, man.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. With the parity being so close in today's NFL, man, there's always that chance to have 2, at least 3 upsets. As the season goes on and these lower teams start to get better and find their stride, there's always a chance for that.
Yeah, it is, man. Man, let's greet the family in the chat right now, man. Who we got in there? Our boy Christian is in there, baby. Skull,
Christian.
The Skull Chan is in the building, baby. What's going on, Christian?
What's up,
Welcome in.
Christian?
Come on in. Thank you for being here. And for everybody who's watching on X and all the other platforms around Real Fan Sports, Uneducated Sports Talk, come on in. Atlanta Falcons Fandemic and Nonfiction on Twitch, man. Thank you all for being here, family. Man, let's get to it, man. Listen, all the action started this past Thursday night, man, in Buffalo, New York, baby. And it was the Bills hosting the Dolphins. And, man, this game actually turned into a better contest than many think. The game, to me, changed when it was 21-21. The Dolphins had just stopped the Bills. And on 4th down, I don't know why defensive lineman is trying to block the damn punt, but rolls right into the leg of the punter. And from there on, the Bills just closed it out 31-21, man. Your thoughts on this game, guys?
Let's just show the difference between a championship contending team and a team that's trying to contend for a decent season. That's basically what's going on. When you look at Miami and everything was on their divisional battle, you're like, you got a chance to at least put some scare in Buffalo a little bit, not a lot, but show them that we can win a game on your ass, and it just did not happen, man. Dolphins and Tua and the head coach and defense, they all have their fair share of ups and downs in this game. But Buffalo, if you want to knock out a champion like Buffalo, and I'm saying divisional champion, by the way, sorry, y'all. If you want to knock out a champion like Buffalo, you can't make mistakes at the end. Tied at 21, you're is that correct, Dolph? That was a big momentum changer when they hit the kicker. And Buffalo got another chance and they scored. I mean, that's pretty much what it was. So you got to knock them out. If you don't, man, you're going to find yourself 0-3 what they are now. So, Mike Daniels has big issues coming around him.
Yeah, man, big issues, man. Your thoughts, Zach?
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's just a lot of drama out there in Miami right now. I mean, you got talks of, people calling for the head of Mike McDaniels, and I even saw some people talking about how this game was closer and that Miami, should have won. And I was like, I felt like this was just a trap game for Buffalo. I mean, you come in, you play them at home and stuff like that. You could see they were playing a little loose. You kept seeing Josh Allen do these little tosses like this. And I was like, what is he doing? Like, please don't do that against my Saints next week and embarrass me. But it's a tough game for Miami. I think they're in a tough spot. It was good to see Ollie Gordon finally get going. They're finally using him in the goal line. He was able to get himself a touchdown, his first NFL career touchdown. So that's really good to see. But Miami's got a lot of work to do. And, although it was a little close, I'm sure Buffalo would have liked, they always felt like they were in control in that matchup.
Got Matthew Grange in the business. Hey, guys, Sydney, Australia, checking in all the way from down under. What's up, Matthew Grange? Always good to see you, man.
How you doing, Matthew? Come on in.
Come on in.
Nolans, I see you, baby. The 504 is checking
Yes,
in, baby.
sir.
Hopefully the 504 can check into a W today. But personally, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm giving you my pick now for that game. So I just playing. It's too early. It's too early, baby. It's too early. What's going on, Nolans? And shout out to our brother in the chat.
What's good, Nan?
What's going
Nah, in the
on,
building.
man? Come on,
Nana's in the building.
family.
Let's get it.
Definitely in the building, baby. All right, family, let's get to the first game on our docket today, man. Man, we start out in the NFC South, baby. It's an NFC South battle. Throw out the records. Records don't matter, baby. It's a division game, baby. Anything can happen. Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers today, man. Listen, the Falcons are a field goal away from being 2-0, man. Very impressive win they had this past Monday night in Minnesota, where they thoroughly shut down that Vikings offense, and they made J.J. McCarthy look like the J.J. McCarthy that played 3.5 quarters on the Monday night game before he had that heroic finish to the game. I love the long pass rushes. Listen, and when the Falcons traded back up into the first round to get James Pierce Jr., many were like, what are they doing? But I understand this is a team that has actually been looking for a pass rush since, what I say, Abraham. They had Abraham as the DN. It's been years, man, since they had a consistent pass rush and someone that you really had to count, someone that you really had the game plan for on that side of the ball as far as rushing the passer. But James Pierce Jr. so far has recorded 7 pressures, which is the second most by all rookies, trailing only the New York Giants' Abdul Carter. Today, I'm going with the Falcons. I think the Falcons take care of the Panthers. The Panthers they seem to be a team that starts slow and then comes on strong at the end. Again, last week, Bryce Young, man, he looked kind of suspect early in the game, but toward the end, man, he woke up, gave them a fighting chance, but they were unable to come back last week. I'm going with the Falcons in this game, guys.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. I'm going to Atlanta as well because they're running game. Bijan Robinson, like you see Drake London, you see Kyle Pitts out there. It doesn't matter about their stats as long as Robinson's getting his. Because you take out Derrick Henry, you take out Saquon Barkley, and you probably take out Jonathan Taylor, and Bijan Robinson's your best running back in the NFL. He is that talented right there. And going into a hostile environment in Minnesota on primetime television, you saw who Bijan Robinson was. He will be the dismaker once again for the Falcons and Panther squad. I mean, it was nice to see how they turned it up in the second half against Arizona last week, but you need a lot more than that to beat this Falcons team. Give me the Falcons and win this one.
Yeah, I'm just going to pair it off, y'all, man. Give me the Falcons as well. Very simply, I mean, the Falcons are just a better team than the Panthers are right now. You know, slow start for the Panthers. It is what it is. But Falcons are going to get it done. And I'm actually going to say that this is going to be the week that we're going to see Michael Penix really come to life. He's had kind of a mediocre start to his season. I think he only has 1 touchdown pass, if I remember correctly. I see this being a breakout game for Michael Penix to get his season really up and started, and they can see where the Falcons will go throughout the rest of this year.
Yeah.
I got you. Our next game of the docket, the Packers go into Cleveland, the Dog Pound, to take on the Cleveland Browns. Packers coming 2-0, and right now they're looking like the best team in the NFL. And, man, that's not good news for Cleveland, by the way. Coming in 0-2 and got spanked by the Ravens last week. And now Packers are their first road test. That's the only issue now. That's the only thing we got to see is how can they bring this on the road now? First 2 games against really good teams at home. Now you go on the road where it is a big difference now because the crowd is against you in this one. Cleveland, Green Bay, give me the Packers to win this one. Man, you can bring a defense anywhere, pretty much. Defense and a running game. That goes everywhere with you. And I think that defense, that front four, you had Michael Parsons to it, man. They're nasty. And Joe Burrow's going to see a lot of the sky today. How about that? He's going to see a lot of the sky. Hit a lot, man. And as far as the Browns go, it's looking like 0-3 is in their future right quick. So give me the Packers with this one. I think they'll win it big, easily, comfortable.
Gotcha. Well, man, let's talk about this game here. The game that like Carlos said, it's the Packers, it's the Browns. So man, it should be simple. It should be the Packers. But I'm here to tell you, baby, not so fast. Because if it's one thing Cleveland does have, it's defense, baby. They play defense in Cleveland. And if you don't think they don't play defense, think about this. Last week, Lamar Jackson held to under 20 yards rushing. Derrick Henry held to under 40 yards rushing. It's just a secondary, baby, and the lack of explosiveness on offense for the Browns. Now, let's talk about old man Winter himself, Joe Flacco, who, by the way, I think the days are numbered. I'm telling you, if Joe Flacco has a bad game today, look for Dale and Gabriel, to get the call next week, family. I'm telling you, it's that close to be a quarterback change, in my opinion, in Cleveland. Now, speaking of Joe Flacco, last week he went 16 of 33, baby, when under pressure. That ain't good with Michael Parsons and the Packers coming to town. In fact, his passer rating under pressure, family, is 23.5. That represents a 40-point rating decrease from his career average of 63.5. Now, when Michael Parsons is on the field for the Packers, opponents have managed only a 31% drop back success rate. When he's off the field, it's 47%. So again, when you have a generational talent as Michael Parsons, you can see the difference he makes. And like Carlos said, today, if the Browns are unable to run the ball, look for Joe Flacco to be looking up at the heavens today, family. I'm going with the Packers in this one also.
Yeah, I don't mind that, man. I feel like it's simple. I mean, again, these opening two games, I feel like if you're going against the Packers, you're in some trouble. Browns, they just still got a lot to work on. The Packers have come up to be, probably the best team in the NFL right now. I mean, just the way that they're winning games, the way that they've come out this season with their new additions, the way that their secondary has stepped up in a huge way, considering a lot of people prior to the season thought that was a big weakness for them. But we've seen them with blanket coverage, pass breakups, and all of that and in between. So, give me the Packers again and another one against the Browns. Go up 3-0.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So we all going with the Browns on that one. Our next game at AFC South divisional rivalry: Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. This right here, I'm not really too big into must-win games, but I feel like this particular matchup, Houston, Jacksonville, is a must-win for both teams. Somehow, we want to establish dominance in this division because let's keep it real. Every damn year, there's only one team from the AFC South. Usually it's going to the playoffs. This one can determine who can stay with the coach of all teams, right? Texans 0-2, two tough matchups, Rams, Buccaneers. They lost in both close games, both games. Jaguars won their first one, but that loss to Cincinnati was huge because you lost, and that was without Joe Burrow, right? And so you could have easily been 2-0 going into this game, and they just did not do that. Well, now they'll face each other. It's going to be a close matchup, and I feel like both teams are going to play with some sort of desperation. But I'm going to go with Jacksonville with a teeny tiny upset, maybe you could say. But give me Jacksonville at home against Houston, and I think they'll get it done, man. Trevor Lawrence, I find him to have a decent game in the running back situation as well. Give me Travis Etienne to have a really good game. So I'm going with Jaguars to win this game.
All right, Carlos. I kind of like that pick. Here's why I like that pick. Last week, the Texans gave up 159 yards on the ground. They have not been able to stop the run so far this season. But one thing they have two of the best pass rushers in the National Football League, and I think they're their best tandem in the National Football League, and Will Anderson Jr. and Danielle Hunter. Anderson has generated the second most pressures, 13 through the first 2 weeks of the season, and Danielle Hunter is right behind him with 7. You cannot get in obvious passing situations if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars in this game. Though Trevor Lawrence last week threw 3 touchdowns, he still threw 2 interceptions also. To me, the Texans are 0-2, but who have they lost to? You got to look at who they played. To me, this is a must-win early in the season for the Texans. I'm actually going with the Texans in this game. They have to. They have to have this game today in Jacksonville. And again, Trevor Lawrence is the type of quarterback that right now he can be shaky, man. It's feast or famine with him. So I'm going with the Texans, guys.
Yeah, look, must win is exactly what it is. I mean, I think we got tested last year on a team that's going 0-3 if they can make the playoff. It's never happened. So right now, if you're the Houston Texans, if you're relying on fate, then you must win this game to even have a chance at sniffing the playoffs this year. You had a fallback year last year. You're hoping that this year will be the come up. You had 2 very tough opening week games. This is your first one that you feel like you have a real solid chance against in your division rivals against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And if you're the Texans, you got to come out and you have to ball. CJ Stroud has got to figure it out. It's been a full year now and a couple of weeks since we've seen him really go out there and do his thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know what he needs to do, but he needs to figure it out. He needs to do it quick before this season starts toppling over him. So, but if you're looking at the Jacksonville Jags, I really need Brian Thomas to get it going. I mean, we're talking about business decisions. We're talking about touchdowns that he's dropped. I'm sure fantasy owners are losing their damn minds with him. I know I, for one, am. He needs to have a big day. He needs to stop making these big decisions. He needs to catch the dang ball. So many drops. But I'm going to go ahead and pick the Texans in this one for the simple fact that I think they've had 2 very tough matchups. They know how important this game is. Right now, it might not have been circled at the beginning of the season, but it's definitely circled, highlighted, and everything right now. So give me the Houston Texans to take the win over Jacksonville.
Go Jaguars.
Come on, man. Come on. Well, look, that'll take us into our next couple of games as we're getting ready here. And we got first up Minnesota Vikings and the Cincinnati Bengals. And obviously the Bengals are dealing with a bit of troubles themselves as Joe Burrow is out again. We're going to have Jake Browning starting, but not only that, the Minnesota Vikings also without their starting quarterback and J.J. McCarthy. And can that actually be a bad thing considering McCarthy's only played 1 out of 8 quarters decently so far this year? We're also going to be missing out on Aaron Jones. So Jordan Mason, he's going to have a big role as Aaron Jones gets moved into IR. And I think that's really going to topple these things around. So, when I'm looking at this matchup between the Bengals and the Vikings, I almost feel like the offensive firepower of the Bengals is still enough, even without Joe Burrow. We saw Browning come in and be able to connect with Higgins, connect with Jamar Chase, use their running back. And I think I'm going to go ahead with the Bengals in this matchup.
I'm gonna go with the Vikings at home, and I wonder what O'Connell's thinking right now, because last year, if McCarthy doesn't get hurt, he's the starter over Sam Darnold last year. And here's my thing: his injury sparked a Sam Darnold emergence, right? And I wonder the same thing this year. His injury could spark a Carson Wentz emergence, right? On top of that, they're at home, and they have a really good defense to go with that. I think Jake Browning gets pressured all day. I'm going Minnesota. Skol with a home victory.
All right. No J.J. McCarthy, you're right, Zach. That could be a good thing. Jake Browning last week for the Bengals comes and goes for 2 touchdowns for 241 yards. He has a QB rating of 69.9, but he also threw 3 of them things. We can say what we want, but the Vikings do have a defense. And if there's one thing you don't want to do on the road, you don't want to turn the ball over. I think Jake Browning will turn the ball over today. I think the Vikings will succeed today. I'm going with the Vikings in a game that I think will be close with 2 backup quarterbacks going at it today. I got the Vikings in this one today, family, 20-16.
Come on, City Wolf.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, baby. Get it.
What the hell was that?
Look,
I don't know what that was.
That sound like a chicken that just got hatched.
Look. All right, come on. I'm congested, bro. I'm trying, damn it. I'm trying, damn it. I'm trying. Look, hey, Pittsburgh Steelers go into New England to face off against the Patriots. And now my voice cracking and everything, bro. I can't control it. Damn it. It's not my fault. But we got a matchup between two 1-1 teams here. We got Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots. And, both these teams, I just feel like are missing a big identity. I mean, I don't know what it is that moves the needle for either of these squads. Both of them are having some issues with their rookie running backs. They're not really using them like as they were expected to be used, at least. So that's becoming somewhat one of an issue. The weapons of both sides on the offensive side of the ball are just really concerning. We knew that the Patriots bringing in Stephon Diggs, that he should be number one. He has been playing phenomenal. They have a couple other guys that have some familiarity on the team, but also haven't been stepping up in super huge ways. So, this is one of those games where it's just going to be kind of nasty. It's going to be kind of ugly. It's not going to be a game that you're going to really want to tune into unless you're a fan of one of these teams. But the way I look at this game, I want to say I'm going to give it to the young buck. I'm going to give it to Drake May to come out at home and get a win against Aaron and go ahead and grab the win today against Pittsburgh Steelers. What y'all got?
All right, I'm going to go next. Drake May must have heard me talking about him last week. He said, damn it, I'm tired of everybody calling me, telling me Dolphins talking about me on as the NFL terms. Well, damn it, last week he went out there and said, I'm going to show you, dog. This is what they all saw in me last year, baby. He goes on and throws for 230 yards, has a QB rating of 137, and throws two, as Carlos says, 2 tutties, baby. He threw 2 tutties last week, but guess what? The Steelers are coming in angry. They're coming in upset. And hopefully, young Caleb Johnson knows when the goddamn ball is kicked off, you don't just look at the damn ball and assume it's going out of bounds and walk your ass off the field. So hopefully they got that straight this week. That forever will be on NFL bloopers, my son. Forever will be on NFL bloopers. But with that being said, Patriots are riding high at 1-1. But guess what? The Steelers go into Foxborough today, baby, and they get back on track. They beat the Patriots today, and I'm saying they pick off Drake May 2 times today. I'm going with the Steelers.
Don't worry, Zach. I'm going to have you save your voice for now, man, because I'm
also
going with the Patriots. I'm going New England, baby. Give me New England, man. I feel like both these teams, it will be a sloppy game, but Patriots at home, I feel like confidence from last week is going to roll over in this one. Steelers haven't really scared anybody so far, right? 32 points in week 1 giving up on defense. 24 points. Let's say that. 24 points given up on defense. Week 2. Patriots saying, how about us? Let's get some points on the board. If the Patriots can score 24 points from damn selves, they're going to win this game. I think that what happens. Give me Patriots 24-17 over the Steelers in this one. Dolphins,
I like
go
it.
ahead, get it, brother.
Oh!
There we go. That's a good one. That was a damn good one.
Anytime I got one, I'm subbing you in, Duff. We're gonna go ahead.
I got you. We'll team, baby. I got you. We'll team. I got you.
I was subbing you in, man. But that'll bring us over to New York Jets in Tampa Bay, facing off against the Buccaneers, man. And this Buccaneers team is looking scarier than ever. They still got a couple of kinks to work out. You'd love to see them just kind of walk away with games, but I think this is the one that they do. And guess what? They're only a week away from getting their wide receiver 2 back, likely in Chris Godwin. So that's really exciting stuff, as New York Jets are without their starting quarterback. That's going to lead to a couple of issues. And I think this is one that you can simply say the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to walk away with. Don't go ahead and fall asleep. Tyrod Taylor has it in him to go out there and, win a cheeky game when he comes off the bench and has a start. He does it every single year, just about. So Buccaneers, go get the job done. You're the better team, and go get the win against the Jets today. What you got, Duff? Or Carlos?
Oh, go ahead, Carlos.
No, Vegas. I mean, Vegas must know something we don't know because I'm a little nervous for this game. If you look at the spread, it's only -6.5. I'm like, oh man, But you're right though, Zach. Tyrod Taylor is known for coming in and having that one damn game every year or two that has a spark, and they find a way to win that game. Then he gets hurt like the next game. It's always crazy how that goes with Tyrod Taylor. But he's always that backup man. One game, one healthy game, I can make something happen. But Buccaneers are not going to allow it to happen today at home. They have all the momentum, and their defense still riding high after 2 weeks. I love their defense. The Jets kind of showed themselves last week who they really are on offense, and after that blowout by Buffalo, give me Tampa Bay to win this one. But I think it will be a close game, though, because if Vegas says it, you got to believe it, right?
Yeah, you got to, man. No. Let's talk about it, man. Vegas is saying 6.5. Cats Carlos nervous. Has a lot of bettors out there nervous. What does Vegas know that we don't know? I'm gonna tell you what they know.
Sure.
They know that though the Bucks come in undefeated, Baker Mayfield has struggled against man coverage. This year, he has played poorly against man coverage. In fact, through 2 weeks of the season, Baker Mayfield has just a 4.7. Has a 17% completion percentage when facing man-to-man coverage. That's why he's escaping out that pocket and using them legs a lot, baby. He's just not seeing the field when that man-to-man coverage is out there and their pressure's coming, man. And listen, we can't take for granted once again that they are missing Tristan Wirfs, and they just lost another offensive lineman. So today, to me, they're going to have to run the ball. And like you said, man, Tyrod Taylor, man, he ain't no slouch as a backup. He will come in there and he will do something. But at home today, I think it's the Bucks. Bucks go to 3-0, man.
Come on. All right. Oh, there we go. Carlos done muted himself.
You muted, Carlos.
Oops. Let's keep it rocking and rolling, y'all. We got Colts at Titans, y'all. The 2-0 Colts taking on the Tennessee Titans. By the way, AFC South matchup again. So all 4 teams in the South of the AFC will be facing each other in today's week 3. Man, I'm going to go with, the Colts right now, they have that identity with Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor. And who knew that just leaving the New York Giants will resurrect anyone's career? Ask Saquon Barkley, although he didn't know resurrection. But a championship, a Super Bowl, it was what he needed and he got. Daniel Jones now needs that respect. Respect me as a 32 starter in the NFL, right? And he's getting that respect, dude. It's kind of funny how you look good when your O-line can protect you and that you can show who you really are. That is going on with Daniel Jones right now and playing great football. He is one of 5 quarterbacks right now to have 2+ touchdowns and no interceptions the first 2 games of the season. And he is balling. Of course, do not forget about the 3rd best running back in the league, in my opinion, Jonathan Taylor. You saw that. He went for 160 on the ground and 50 receiving for a touchdown. This Colts team has the identity. Tyler Warren is a beast of a rookie. The Titans right now struggling on offense, right? And they still have no identity. I feel bad for Cam Ward right now because the O-line's not blocking well and the receivers aren't catching the football when they are open. So right now, give me the Colts. Still in a close one. Tennessee's got heart. I like that. And they have a good defense as well. I do believe that the running game will be a key for the Colts in this one. And they will win. Give me a touchdown win. Give me the Colts. Let's go 22-16. Indianapolis.
All right.
How about you, Zach?
Okay. Look, I think Colts should be able to win this game. I mean, you take a look at the Titans right now, and, poor Cam Ward, man, just to talk fantasy for a second, we look at quarterbacks and their rankings in fantasy football. Cam Ward is not number 32. He's number 34. That means players have came in as backups and have outperformed what Cam Ward has to do. And that's not a big, slight on Cam Ward and his abilities as a quarterback. It has a lot to do with the weapons that the Titans have, which is obsolete. There is not many of them. I mean, at this point, outside of the one, I'm not even going to remember the name because he hasn't really been doing much. they don't have many weapons on offense. You got Pollard at running back. You're still missing Tyjae Spears, and then you got your lone main receiver in Calvin Ridley. And outside of that, there's not much more to go off of. I think this is going to be a season where the Titans are going to continue to struggle until they get weapons for Cam Ward, until he's able to get adjusted into the NFL season. And right now, like you said, Carlos, man, Daniel Jones, what a resurgence. What a resurgence. If you protect him, it seems like he can make some things happen. He hasn't had protection in a long time when he was with the Giants. And then with a solid run game from Jonathan Taylor, it's just making life very easy over there in Indianapolis. So give me the Colts.
All right, it comes to me. I'm full screen right now. I know you've been waiting. Don't about to pick up the energy, baby. Colts riding high. 2-0, baby. Going into Tennessee. Tennessee, as Zach says, they have no identity on offense. They're lacking weapons on offense. Pollard is your leading back this year, leading the way on the ground for the Tennessee Titans. This season, Pollard has rushed for 152 yards, 4 yards a carry, not bad. But on the other side, as Carlos said, the third best back, in his opinion, the National Football League, one of my favorites when healthy, Jonathan Taylor. This year, 43 carries, 236 yards, averaging 5.5 yards per carry, family. So the running game is going for them. So that's why, in my opinion, that Daniel Jones now is playing like Danny Dimes again, because he has a running game and he has an offensive line, as was mentioned earlier by my colleagues, that is giving the young man time. 316 yards and 1 touchdown last week, 107 quarterback rating. The Colts have scored 29 or more points the first 2 weeks of the season. And hell, they might keep it going on today. God damn it, Dolphin, you going to give us your selection of what? You're going all around the world, baby. Well, here it goes for all my bettors out there, for all my high rollers out there. Guess what? Upset. I'm calling it. Cam Ward gets his first win as an NFL quarterback. Titans upset the Colts today. Daniel Dimes goes back to Daniel Garbage today. It's the Titans winning 18-15. That's what type of game it's going to be today. Give me the Titans.
All right, Lone Wolf.
Oh,
come on.
Oh, my God. Let's go with the Raiders versus Commanders now. Big news out there in Washington. There will be no Jaden Daniels in this game. The Raiders are coming off a dismal performance on Monday Night Football. It was pretty much ass from an offensive standpoint with Geno Smith and company. And the Commanders right now are 1-1, and they struggled against Green Bay. But, I mean, that's Green Bay we're talking about, so let's keep that in perspective. But right now they're back at home. But I do like Marcus Mariota. He's a very complimentary quarterback towards this kind of offense, a real quick throwing type of quarterback to a real quick throwing type of receiving core that he has with Debo Samuels and Terry McLaurin out there. So give me the Commanders at home to put the pressure on Geno Smith and company. I still think it'll be a close game, and I'm kind of going with a shootout into today's game. I've got Washington slightly, though. Give me Commanders 24-23 over the Raiders. How about you, Zach? And now
y'all gonna have me do it. I already figured this would be the one that I'd have to howl for. Hopefully, Dolph will save my ass. But look, I think Marcus Mariota is a really good sub out for a guy like Jaden Daniels. I mean, he likes to throw the ball. He's also a bit mobile. He's getting up in age and all that's good. But last time that he played almost a full game with this Commanders team, Terry McLaurin had a day. It was like 6 receptions and like 86, 87 yards. So he came out and balled. And Terry McLaurin has been kind of scarce throughout these first 2 weeks of this NFL season. My biggest concern right now with the Commanders, it isn't who's at helm underneath center, who's starting as the quarterback. It's the play calling. I feel like the play calling has just been abysmal for the Commanders. Something that we complimented so much last year was, man, look at that. Dan Quinn really running this offense. They are coming out doing something special. This has been fun to watch, this Commander squad. Where did that go? I don't know. You added weapons. You got some younger new running backs that have some talent. You're not figuring out how to use them. You're not getting your star wide receiver involved in McLaurin outside of just a deep ball every now and then. That seems like the only way they're trying to target him. So these are some of the concerns that I have with the Commanders. And, it is the reason why I think the Raiders are going to have a comeback game this year. Obviously, Geno played bad last week. Raiders seem to have struggled a good bit, but I think this is a game that they can come back and they can go ahead and take. And I'm going with the Raiders as my upset of the week against the Washington Commanders.
Now, the Raiders coming to this game off a dismal performance by Geno Smith. Geno, so far this season, 1 touchdown to 4 interceptions. He threw 3 of them last week. They're going up against a Commanders team that defensively, I think, have been a little disappointing so far this season. And now when we talk about the quarterback change today, Jaden Daniels, Marcus Mariota going in today, let me just say this. Jaden Daniels was struggling against the blitz. He was just 6 of 19 for 31% against the blitz, which was the lowest completion percentage in the league. And you mean to sit here and tell me that Marcus Mariota is going to come in and do better? We have seen Marcus Mariota throughout his career in the National Football League. Man, stop it, man. Raiders going to the nation's capital today. Brock Bowers played. If Brock Bowers plays today, matter of fact, I ain't gonna even highlight Brock Bowers. Today, I'm calling it his first 100-yard rushing game is today against the Commanders. Ashton Genty, baby, goes for $108 today and 2 touchdowns. Raiders defeat the Commanders in the nation's capital.
Oh, thank you, Dolph.
And they cannot wait till Jalen Daniels gets back after today's performance of Marcus Mariota.
My man said $108. He just gave him 108 yards. Oh! Hey, that's good though. You never know. You never freaking know, man. All right, we're gonna keep it with the AFC West Division now. The Denver Broncos, 1-1, taking on Los Angeles Chargers. Both these teams are trying to fight to dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs. Out of these two teams, so far, one has faced the Chiefs and beat them. It is the Chargers. Broncos going there 1-1, but man, it's been really up and down for their offense so far this year. A lot of low lights. Bo Nix really slinging that rock, and not in the right way, in my opinion. I think Bo Nix is being, too much gone to his head. I believe that you're the next big thing. So far this is your sophomore season. So let's see how that sophomore season does for Bo Nix per se. But right now, offense is struggling in my opinion. They cannot get that passing game going on, and Bo Nix as QB1 for this team, he has got to do better, and it doesn't get any easier when they go into Los Angeles now with that Chargers defense riding high right now. And of course, I like that Jim Harbaugh has had a change of direction. Guess what? We're going to throw that football. I have a Herbert on my team. I can throw the ball. You saw that in week 1. You saw a little bit of that in week 2, but not too much because the Raiders weren't really a threat in that Monday night game. But give me the Chargers to keep the foot on the Chiefs next. They'll go 3-0. Broncos will drop the 1-2 and all panic for Super Bowl Denver Bronco predictions. All that will go away for now, man. Give me the Chargers win this one. Still a close game because it's divisional rivalry, but the Chargers at the end, I feel like it's a nice kind of year. I've been I gotta apologize to the Chargers right now because I had them only winning like 7 games this year. They already had 2 and probably had 3 today. So give me the Chargers over the Broncos.
Okay. Look, go ahead, Duff. What you got for us, man?
All right, do it on me. I thought we were going to Zach. They threw it on me. Well, damn it, let's talk about the sophomore jinx is on, baby. Bo Nix. Everybody was talking Bo Nix. Everybody was talking Sean Payton as the quarterback whisperer. Okay, he whispered because he just goddamn it happened to find a Hall of Fame quarterback. But anyway, anyway, that's for another day. Here we go with Bo Nix. 4 touchdowns and 3 intercepts so far this year with an 82 completion percentage. You say, okay, but this is Bo Nix. This is the Bo Nix that everybody was praising all season. This is the Bo Nix that earned my respect for the way he played last year. But damn it, this is 2025, and right now he's playing like the Bo Nix that was at Auburn that I wasn't too damn impressed with. Bo Nix has under pressure. Get this. Bo Nix is 4 of 11. I'm going to say that again. Under pressure. Bo Nix, 4 of 11 for 21 yards and 2 interceptions. I'm going to say it again. 4 of 11, 21 yards, 2 interceptions. Now, when he's not pressured, 43 for 59, 361 yards, and 4 touchdowns with the 1 intercept. Now we go to the other side. The man that everybody has been saying has to take that next step to get to the next tier of quarterbacks in the National Football League. That player is none other than Justin Herbert. Herbert through 2 games has completed 44 of 61 passes for 560 yards, which is ranked second, and he's ranked second in the NFL in success rates. So when blitzed this season, this is for the Broncos, when blitzed this season, Herbert has completed, Carlos, Zach, get this, 18 of 24 passes, baby, for 264 yards and 2 touchdowns. Last week, the Broncos blitzed Daniel Jones 71% of the time. And Daniel Jones went 16 of 25 for 265 yards. So I'm telling you, if you're the Broncos, you might not want to blitz too much today against Justin Herbert. I'm going with the Chargers in this one. I think the Broncos go to 1-2, and I think there's some problems in Denver. You had Bo Nix and Sean Payton getting in a little heated exchange on the sideline last week. But, hey, really there's nothing to that. That's just coach and quarterback, 2 fiery competitors. That's all that is. But Bo Nix, man, he has to pick his game up for the Broncos this season. Right now, he hasn't had a good start to the season. They escaped week 1 against the Titans also because he had a horrible game.
Yeah, you know what? You're not wrong there, Dolph. It's tough. It's tough living right now if you're in Denver. I mean, this was a team that I had projected to possibly go to a Super Bowl this year. I mean, I felt like they had all the pieces. They go ahead, revamp their running back room with J.K. Dobbins, bringing the rookie R.J. Harvey. Run game hasn't been quite as expected. You had Dobbins have a pretty good game last week, but that's about it. They haven't really been able to unlock R.J. Harvey. Bo Nix, obviously, with a bit of struggles. And, we talk about, did you say, who's that 82% completion percentage? I mean, that sounds absolutely phenomenal. But, again, we go back to the college film of Bo Nix, and that's what he did there at Oregon. He was a accurate passer. There's a lot of underneath, and it was finding the open guys. But we all wondered, will that lead to wins in the NFL? Like, it's not the most fun way to win games, but will it lead to wins? And so far, this season has been a bit of a struggle. And then you take a look at the Chargers, man, and come on. I mean, I know fantasy owners are losing their minds because they went high on Amarion Hampton. I grabbed him, I believe, in the second round in one of my drafts, and he's just not getting used to it because they're like, Harbaugh's like, you know what? We are in 2025. I think we're supposed to start throwing the damn ball. Shut up, Carl. Whoever did that? Who was that?
Amarion Hampton in the second round. Go ahead, get that rookie in the second round. Go ahead.
I did. I sure as hell did too. But it's very good to see that Justin Herbert getting a chance to just throw the ball. We all have heard how great of a quarterback he is. He's been up there compared with the guys that are at the top of the charts right now in that top 5, and everybody's been wondering, well, he hasn't won nothing yet. Can this year be the year that sets him off, that gets him really in that conversation? Except for the people that are riding, but we'll move on from that. I think this week, though, is going to be for the Denver Broncos. I'd like to see a comeback win. I feel like this is a win that is needed. It's a divisional matchup. You're going against the Chargers. Chargers are on an absolute high right now. Your defense needs to step up. You've gotten some good film on what the Chargers want to bring to this team. And I'd like to see Bo Nix go out there and have an actual good day. I think it's going to start with the run game, get that run game going early. Sean Payton is one of those coaches that's really good at making adjustments after having some treacherous matchups. So let me go ahead and take the Denver Broncos in this one. I'm going back-to-back upsets, and I'm not howling. I'm sorry. Ow.
Just go ahead and spell it real loud.
Yeah. Woof. Woof.
Woof. What the hell? That's woof. Yeah, damn dog in the howl. HOWL. What the hell?
That boy say woof.
He said
Woof.
woof.
Woof. What the hell?
If I howl, my voice gonna crack. I'm gonna get clipped. I ain't doing it.
I don't know what else to say after
I
that,
don't
bro.
know, PJ.
I know,
That's
PJ.
PJ.
We lost for words, PJ. We lost for words right now. Oh, man.
Oh, goodness.
That's a good one, Zach. It was on our injury report, right quick.
Yeah, man, we'll go through some of our injury reports. Obviously, we've gone through a handful of them, but the biggest ones that we want to talk about is obviously Jaden Daniels going down with the knee injury, who's going to bring in Marcus Mariota, and how that's going to affect this Commanders team that is, needing consistency at the play. So losing him at this point in time is huge. Even though it's early in the season, just week 3, I don't think it's going to be a long-term injury. At least all signs are showing that it won't be. But losing Jaden Daniels with a rough start to the offense is definitely not a good look, and hoping Marcus Mariota can go ahead and turn things around definitely doesn't look good. And then Aaron Jones, Aaron Jones got a large workload last year, and that was something that the Minnesota Vikings desperately wanted to fix. Aaron Jones is now being sent to the IR due to a hamstring injury, and that's going to bring up Jordan Mason to get some quality reps. Now, Jordan Mason is no slump at running back. He's a guy that's been playing really well with the Minnesota Vikings for a couple years now. They were expecting to give him an increased role this year to just limit the amount of touches that Aaron Jones needs as being a veteran in this league. Well, they're going to need him. Yeah, they're going to need him to go crazy over these at least next 4 weeks as Aaron Jones dealing with a nagging hamstring injury. Obviously, and we go over to the Broncos, who we just spoke about. Their tight end, Evan Ingram, that they picked up this offseason, is going to be out due to a back injury. We know Evan Ingram, a bit up in age. I think he's like 31, 32, something like that. And that's going to affect them going forward, as they were expecting him to have a big role in this offense. On some good news for injury reports, Chris Godwin, he's getting closer and closer, guys, and that is scary for anyone that's going against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They believe him to come back next week, that he's a week away from starting. He got some reps this week. They decided it was a no-go, but they're looking forward to bringing Chris Godwin, and it may be a 3-headed monster over there between Chris Godwin, Mike Edwards, and the rookie Ibuka, who's been balling like crazy to open up this season. Then obviously Justin Fields being out with a concussion, bringing in Tyrod Taylor. We also have Jaden Reed of the Packers going into IR due to a collarbone and foot injury, and that was a nasty hit. You could, if you were close enough, you probably could hear the bone snap whenever he hit the ground the other week when he faced off. So that's unfortunate for him. And then with the Seattle Seahawks, we don't have an official report yet, but it is doubtful that Charbonnet will play. So fantasy owners that were having some concerns about Kenneth Walker after week 1, he balled out in week 2, and expect the same thing here in week 3. They've been splitting the carries roughly about 50-50. One will get 10 one week, one will get 12, then it'll be 11 and 13, and they swap back and forth. Well, expect Kenneth Walker to go ahead and get a lot of touches in this matchup against the New Orleans Saints that we'll be talking about coming up.
Appreciate that, Zach. Yes, sir. That's Zach's injury report for week 3. Let's give a shout out to those in the chat right now, man. We apologize for that. Let's Dana G in the building says, "Who that family?"
Dana.
Dana's in the building showing love. We got Atlanta Falcons Fandemic, Mr. Cowboy in the building. So what's going on? Come on in, family.
What's going on, Cowboy? Rise up. Don't fall down, baby.
Got EJ News. Got to pray for it. Says, I'm fighting COVID for the 3rd time. My goodness, girl.
No.
Where the hell you live at? I don't want to be there. Man.
Get that vitamin D, baby. That vitamin D. H2O, baby.
There we
Let's do
go.
it.
There we go. Let's keep it rocking. We got the beautiful Christian Arujo. So, hey, everyone, make sure y'all come
Hey,
hit that
hey.
like button. Happy Sunday. Hope everyone's having a blessed day. Let's get it.
Christiana,
Yes,
what
ma'am.
up, baby? Come on
Yes.
in.
Come on in. We got St. John, but I got a nagging
my
suspicion
God.
that those stats aren't from this season. With about earlier, my man Nard had put some crazy stats up there. Probably from last year. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I think it's from last year. The update does.
Chris says you're also Carlos. That's right. 2 out of 3 went for Minnesota to win that game. Skull. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it around here. Anne Marie Elizabeth Valowski is in the building. What is she, Dolph?
If that's not a law firm, baby, I don't know what is, baby.
She's feeling good. She's feeling good. We put the Patriots, I think 2 out of 3, or was it all 3? I can't remember already.
I think we all got the Patriots.
I got the purchase. I went with the Steelers.
Oh, you went with the Steelers?
Yeah.
He's on with that bad boy.
Yeah, with that, baby. I'm sorry.
We got Hobbs Mason says I'm watching NFL on Screen Variety.
Variety, okay.
I don't know if she's real or not, but hey, welcome to the channel regardless.
Okay,
we got J-Rock.
What up, Rock? Come on in, baby.
J-Rock showing love, y'all. That was everyone that's been in here so far showing us some love. We appreciate that, man. Let's get down to our evening games, however you want to call it, afternoon games, whatever you want to call it. Let's get it. We have a good one in Seattle. I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, we have a decent one in Seattle. The New Orleans Saints will take on the Seattle Seahawks. And I'll tell you this, though. As a Saints fan, I'm very happy with my team. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, you're 0-2, Carlos, and it's not going to be a great year. I understood that from the beginning. I knew that already. Yeah, I knew we have a sorry-ass year. But I'm just happy that we show that we belong now. 2 games in, 2 chances at least having a win in both games. So I'm fine with that. Now, our first road test against the Seattle team, that can be very dangerous. Kenneth Walker, J.S. Simmons had a great first 2 games so far. And, of course, Cooper Kupp is still there. I'm going to go with Seattle to win this one at home. I don't think the Saints make it as close as the first 2 games. Got Seattle by, I'm going to go with 27-17. Give me Seattle to win this one. And fairly easy, in my opinion. About you, Zach?
Oh gosh, man. Yeah, I mean, like if I want to give a real prediction, yeah, sure. I mean, I guess I'd go with the Seahawks. I mean, I feel like that if you don't go Seahawks, that's kind of a silly call. But you know what? I'm kind of silly, you know. So I am picking the Saints, but that's just because of my homerism. I don't even care at this point. We've been so dang close, man. Like we've been within a score. We've had chances at the end of games, and we just got to go out there and we got to compete. I still am not a big fan of Sam Darnold. I'm still not. I still have my doubts with his ability as a quarterback. Now, don't get me wrong. We made Mac Jones look like an all-pro last week, so I guess that really doesn't matter. But nevertheless, man, I think it's going to be an interesting game. We'll see what the Saints are able to do. We're have to figure out a way to go against this tough crowd. And dang, whoever's made the NFL schedule to give us 3 straight games, probably in the hardest, at the very worst, second hardest division in the NFC. And then give us the first 2 away games in Seattle, Washington, and then in Buffalo going into next week. God, they were setting us up for failure. Go ahead, Dolph.
Do I really got to? I mean,
you got to. I mean, you don't have to, but you got to.
Man. With that being said, Sam Darnold in week 2 threw 2 touchdowns, baby. He had a QB rating of 89. They went into the Steel City and did something that a lot of us didn't see them doing, which was defeat the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now they beat the Steelers. They look at their schedule and say, oh, we got Spencer Rattler and the rebuilding lowly New Orleans Saints coming in. It's a noon kickoff. We got the 12th man in the building, baby. We'll just throw our hammers out there, baby, and we'll roll all over the Saints. But they better have really, really been watching the film, because this team, they might be 0-2, but damn it, they are a fighting team that is fighting. They are fighting for their coach, and young Spencer Rattler has grown up these last 2 weeks. He has done what you want to see a young quarterback do. He's gotten better each and every single week. And if you think I'm not lying, let's think about it. Last week, Spencer Rattler, he completed 7 passes on play action for 73 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now, in week 1, he completed 1 of 4 for just 4 yards. So, in my book, that is progression. With that being said, I know I got you hyped. Y'all thought I was about to say Saints go beat Seattle. I got to take my fan hat off, man. I just don't see it today. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm going with the Seahawks, man. And I think it's going to really get away from us late, man. I got the Seahawks winning 31-16, man.
Mark.
He's how?
He's talking about Mark.
This ain't the lone dog. It's the lone wolf.
Hold on, man. I can't. I got to go.
It's the lone wolf.
They kind of like dogs, right? They kind of like dogs.
My God.
Oh, man. That was funny.
All right, let's keep it rocking and rolling, man. We have our next game on the docket. The old Dallas Cowboys taking on the Chicago Bears. This one, both teams, look, got a lot of questions on both teams, especially the defensive side on both teams. We saw the Bears just give a 52 in a divisional game to a hungry Lions team that play at home. They got embarrassed by Green Bay in week 1, so I get that. Then we have the Dallas Cowboys at home taking on the, New York Giants of all teams. Russell Wilson back there was slinging that rock like he was 2014 Russell Wilson out there. And guess what? Both teams gave a 37+. Someone's got to win this game. It's going to be in Chicago, and I do like the Cowboys offense, particularly in these particular games. But this one right here, give me an upset. I'm going to go with the Bears. It's not even a big upset because I think the Cowboys are just -1.5 favorites or might be +1.5 underdogs. I forgot. But Vegas says very, very close. I'm going to go very close as well. I think the Bears do get a win. And I think it's going to be a little low scoring-ish. Give me the Bears to win this one 21-20. I'm going to go Chicago to win this game because they're at home and because they will be having their chances on offense because right now the Cowboys can't stop a nosebleed and they're at home on the Giants. At least the Bears are on the road against a really, really desperate Lions squad that had extra motivation with their ex-OC being the head coach now. So that gives you extra. But where's the motivation for the Cowboys last week? There was none. The Giants had scored 6 points in the first game of the year, and they scored 37 the next. I feel like the Cowboys have no identity on defense right now. Give me the Bears to win this one. Close game, 21-20. I'm going Chicago.
All right. He's going with the Bears. Man, put me big screen for this one, man. Here we go. Well, Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears. They went out. They got the golden child, the top candidate for offensive, the top offensive-minded coach out there. They bought old Ben Johnson in. Ben looked and said, I'd go to Chicago because they got Caleb Williams. Oh, but listen here. The first 2 weeks, Caleb Williams and the Bears offense, quite frankly, have underwhelmed and quite frankly, in my opinion, have sucked. With that being said, when you think about the Cowboys, their defense has sucked. Both of these teams' defense last week pretty much sucked. It's just that the Cowboys played a team that defense also sucked worse. So today it comes down to which one of these teams' defense will suck worse. But there's one thing I do know. When the Cowboys hit midfield, unlike the Bears, they're in field goal range. Why? Because Brandon Aubrey has made 4 of 6 field goal attempts from beyond 60 yards in his career, while the rest of the National Football League, fellas, is 7 of 20 since 2023. But beyond that, man, you look at this Cowboys offense. I don't believe Jalen Johnson's playing today for the Bears. That's going to be a huge problem for him. It already was a matchup problem for the Bears. I'm going with the Cowboys in this. And one thing that I believe cannot be underestimated is the return of Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is straight balling right now. He is straight balling right now for the Dallas Cowboys. And the Cowboys have their lead running back, Javonte Williams. This young man has always been talented. He was talented in Denver. The one thing that was holding this young man back was injuries. And now that he is healthy, you see what type of running back he is. Give me the Cowboys today. Brandon Aubrey on a walk-off 66-yard field goal. The Cowboys defeat the Bears 27-24. How about that, family?
I don't mind it. I was about to mess with Carlos. I was like, if the score's going to be 21-20, then you're telling me that Aubrey missed a field goal because at some point, if Cowboys get the ball, I'm letting them kick it from wherever. I don't care. 80 yards, it don't matter to me. Just go ahead and let him put a boot to it because the dude's got a leg. Man, I'm just tired of you talk about the spread in this game, and I think you're right. I think it was Cowboys favored by by 1.5, maybe, or something like that. Look, the NFL just still wants to ride the coattails of this Bears team for them to be good. They want this so bad. They want it so desperately. They want Caleb Williams to be that guy. And just for me, I just haven't seen it yet to say that he is. They keep talking about all the weapons they have in Chicago. Man, they're even hyping up Swift like he's some great running back. I got people saying that Swift is better than Kamara in some feeds that I've been reading. And I'm like, I just don't understand what exactly is going on. Why all of a sudden we're doing this and think Chicago is the next Kansas City Chiefs. I don't get it. Look, Cowboys definitely have some struggle on defense. It's almost like they're missing their pass rusher or someone that was like top of the league. Like they'd have
somebody like that, right?
Okay. I don't know who that person would be. But it maybe Izaraku, even though he got pimp slapped the other night by the Giants left tackle, which was some sweet justice since the Cowboys also did it to another team in week 1. That was funny, but. Nevertheless, man, let me give my prediction, and I'm going with the Cowboys, man. I just don't see this Bears team being much of anything. I think the Cowboys actually win this one pretty handily. I got them winning by over a touchdown. Give them like 10 points.
Oh, that's a how, PJ.
That's a how, baby.
Thank you. My man said wolf and bark. Let's go. All right, hey. And we got the Cardinals now taking on the San Francisco 49ers from San Fran. Both these teams from the NFC West area, both these teams coming at 2-0. I like this matchup. Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones is to be the starter yet again with Brock Purdy sitting this one out. But Arizona, man, they are a weird-ass team. But I think the weirder they are, the more exciting they could be. Give me Arizona in an upset in San Francisco because Kyler Murray, when he is on, my man plays like a top 5 quarterback. But when he's off, he's like a bottom 5 quarterback. I think these are the games right here where he'll be on for Arizona at the right key moments. I've got the Cardinals in another close battle with a victory over the 49ers. I'm going to go with 23-20 Arizona. And they go 3-0 to start the year off. God, dog.
Goodness gracious, Carlos! Come on, 3-0. Look, I'm right there with you. I agree. Look, when's the last time you seen Mac Jones have 2 great games in a row? And this time it ain't against no slouch of a defense either. This Cardinals defense, we've seen what they do. They're very tricky. It's crazy how they're able to keep everything just set out in front of them. And as our boy Nan in the chat goes to mention, obviously no Purdy, obviously no Kittle, but also it doesn't look like we're going to have Juwan Jennings either. So that means Ricky Pearsall expected to have a bigger role here on this offense, and can just only having one weapon that you're comfortable with help you defeat this Arizona Cardinals team that's living on a high? I don't think so. Give me the Arizona Cardinals and a good win, man. Dolph, what you got?
Last week, both of these teams played the NFC South, the bottom of the NFC South. They played the Panthers and the Saints. And they both had to hold on to win the game at the end. I don't know what the hell to think about these two teams. Are they as good as they seem they are? We know all the personnel that the 49ers are missing. Everyone is there for the Cardinals. So logically, I should be sitting up here and I should be going with the Cardinals. But again, it's a divisional game. Mac Jones last week came in, had a great game. 26 punts he led the 49ers offense to. They were 8 of 15 on third down. Great second half. Then you got Kyler Murray, who played a great game last week. Trey McBride, who, by the way, leads all tight ends with 50 yards receiving on third down, continues to prove why he's one of the top tight ends in the National Football League. It's a tough one, but I believe that Mac Jones, and the San Francisco 49ers find a way to get it done today at home. I love the speed on that defense, how fast they fly around. I'm going with the 49ers today. 49ers go to 3-0. And again, Mac Jones gets his 22nd win as a quarterback in the National Football League. Give your boy Dolph the San Francisco 49ers.
And a lone wolf, too.
Oh!
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Go, baby.
All right, Dolph, get us to it, man. We got our As the NFL Turns game of the week. Rams versus Eagles, Dolph.
Oh, baby. Man, here we go, baby. NFL game of the week, damn it. It's so far, I got to steal Carlos' music for it, baby. I'm sorry, Carlos. I got to steal your music for it, baby.
I got you.
Get me up there, baby. Party with Carlos. Oh, there we go, baby. It's the game of the week. Playoffs last season. It came down, baby. Late in the game. Big catch downfield by Puka. Oh, they're nervous in Philly, baby. Can they hold on? Will the Rams surprise the NFL nation and upset the Eagles? But no, they were unable to do it. But guess what? It's the rematch today, baby. And I'm telling you right now. Oh, they've been flying high in Philly, baby. They've been flying high, but they gonna land today, and that Ram go buck the hell out of them, baby. I'm going with the Rams in an upset today, baby. The Rams send notice to the Eagles and the rest of the NFC, baby, that y'all are gonna respect us. Matthew Stafford, Puka the good, and Mr. Taco Bell leave it at home. Devontae Adams go in and upset the Philadelphia Eagles, baby. 28-25. That's how we rolling today, baby. Let's get it. NFL Turns, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go now.
Hey, I'm going to go with the Eagles to win this one, man. Give me Philadelphia to win this one for sure. Look, I like both teams, and I have the Rams as my representative for the NFC in the Super Bowl. But right now, the time is all about Philadelphia, where everyone's talking about the push. I'm telling you right now, they are going to have about 8 push opportunities in this game and go 8 for damn 8. Because they're sick, and I'm also sick of this push being banned talk. Give me Philadelphia. Oh, Saquon Barkley. We saw what happened last year. Not 1, 2 games of 100+ rushing yards. God, no. He is looking for another statement running in this game. Give me the Eagles in this one. I got a lower score than that. Give me 24-20 Philadelphia. How about you, Zach?
Hey, there we go, man. We got 2 powerhouses in the NFC facing off together, man. Philadelphia Eagles and the Rams. Matthew Stafford looking to show that an old man can learn new tricks. He's got the steroids in his spine. He's ready to go. He's snorting the damn smelling salt from the sideline, trying to get hyped up and ready. But don't forget, they got a dangerous running game, too, in Kyler Williams. And they also added a new threat to wide receiver, Devontae Adams. I don't think the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be able to get away with this slow game of play that they've been doing the last couple of weeks. It's been ugly, it's been nasty, but it's one football game. But I think this week is the week that it goes down. Give me the Los Angeles Rams to take down the Super Bowl champs.
All right.
That is our NFL. As the NFL turns, game of the week, Rams and Eagles. Boy, hold on. Could you win with Zach again?
Damn, I gotta howl.
Who you go for again, Zach?
I went with the Rams. I got the Rams. I gotta
No. I'm howling it. I'm howling it. I'm howling it. I'm with the Eagles. Oh, that's a good one, PJ. That's how you howl. I don't do what you did, Mark.
Bark.
Hey, let's keep it going on now, man. Hey, we have our late night games, Sunday Night Football, and this might be the most hyped up 0-2 versus 0-2 game we've had in a long time. The three-time defending AFC champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, take on the New York Football Giants, and this might be their first home game of the year. Nothing like Sunday Night Football in the Big Apple, New York, MetLife Stadium, taking on the Kansas City Chiefs, the defending AFC champions. It's going to be a good one. Pat Mahomes taking on Russell Wilson. Dolph, who you got in this one, baby?
Man, I'm going with the Chiefs in this one. It's a must-win. Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, man. Last week, Patrick Mahomes, 187 yards, an interception and one touchdown, and just a 72 QB rating. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention. He's still great, but I don't think he's as great as he was. I'm telling you, there's something going on in Kansas City, and the thing that is going on in Kansas City is simple. They do not have a running game. Their inability, to run the football is hurting this football team right now. And dare I say, they're putting entirely too much on Patrick Mahomes. Not only does he have to make everything happen in the passing game, but now he's your leading rusher through 2 weeks of the season. They have to find a running game against the Giants today. And of course, the Giants just went to Dallas in a game that was one of the better games of the week, if you like offensive football. But from a defensive side of it, man, left a lot to be desired by the Giants. So a must-win Monday Night Football. I'm going to go with the Chiefs in this one. I think they get by, but there will be a lot of talking Tuesday morning if the Chiefs come out this game. Monday morning, if the Chiefs come out this game 0-3. I'm going with the Chiefs.
Oh, man, it's a tough game, man. The thing is, it shouldn't be tough, but the bottom line of it is the Chiefs haven't looked good. They're dealing with a whole bunch of injuries, obviously, and that hurts them. Travis Kelce at his age right now being the primary option for Patrick Mahomes isn't really a good thing. I'm waiting for them to really get to using some of these younger guys that they have in Jalen Royals. I don't understand why he's not being utilized really at all in this offense, because it is perfect timing for exactly that. With no Xavier Worthy, with no Rashee Rice, Pacheco not having as much success as they were to hope. I just don't get it. And then, you talk about the Giants squad, who has been surprisingly good, but not surprising to all of us, because we all said we think this Giants team is going to, be a team you can't sleep on this season. They got a veteran quarterback, probably the best quarterback, it's hard to say that now with how Daniel Jones has been playing, but, besides the point, the best playing quarterback they've had since Eli Manning. I got to go with the Chiefs here. I can't imagine them going 0-3, but how crazy would that be if Chiefs go 0-3 and they go ahead and follow the script that has been throughout all the NFL? You go 0-3, you don't make the playoffs, and Chiefs go from Super Bowl to bust just like that. Give me the Chiefs, but, man, if the Giants do something funny, I'm going to laugh.
I agree with both of you guys. I'm going with the Chiefs as well, but you're right. One thing the Chiefs have done throughout the last 3 years now, we can include this year, is they have the inability to blow anybody out. They can't blow anybody out. It's going to be a close game on the road against New York. I feel like they're going to win this game, but yet again, a very close game. That defense is going to keep the Giants at bay in this particular game. I'm going to go with Pat Mahomes, who just does Pat Mahomes things at the right place, right time, but can his surrounding people help him out? A la Travis Kelce with the drop pass in the end zone last week, which is the turning of the game. I mean, he scored a touchdown. The Chiefs probably go out there 1-1, right? But that didn't happen. I'm going to go with Kansas City, but, man, I can see a world where they are 0-3, and now we have major questions and a major identity crisis on offense. We've always had a crisis the last couple of years, but we always knew that Pat Mahomes, when it's all said and done, will be the reason why we get there. But now, even Pat Mahomes is like thinking to himself, I need more weapons, y'all. And that is crazy to say he's the greatest we've seen in our generation, and he needs more weapons. He needs more help because guys out there aren't making plays, man. So give me the Chiefs win one. Low-scoring game for both these teams. I'm going to go with the Chiefs win this one 17-13 on the road. But, boy, like you said, Zach and Dolph, it's going to be a close one. And, boy, that will be terrible if Monday morning we're talking about the Chiefs 0-3. Lord have mercy. Wow. All right, before we get in, go ahead, Zach.
Yeah, I was just saying, before we get into it as well, let me go ahead and give a big shout out to my guy TJ Jones for the State of the Saints podcast, as well as the State of the NFL. I'm gonna drop the links in the chat. He went ahead and reshared over there on Twitter. Appreciate that, brother.
Appreciate you, my brother TJ.
All the links down below in the comments right there, both of his channels, State of the Saints and State of the NFL.
Thank you, TJ. We appreciate that, my guy. All right, before we get into Monday Night Football, let's go ahead and our brother wasn't able to make it today, Mr. Lawrence. Foster's not in the building, but, hey, he still has his own 4th and out, y'all. Let's show him some love.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 3 of 4 and Out for Come On In Sports Network. I am Lawrence Foster. First down, let's talk about the most likely 0-2 teams that are going to turn it around and make the playoffs. There's a few that come to mind. First and foremost, obviously, the Kansas City Chiefs made it to 3 straight Super Bowls, won 2 out of the 3. 0-2 has never happened in the Patrick Mahomes era. He's never lost 3 in a row until the Super Bowl from last year in these first 2 games. The Chiefs are the most obvious candidate to turn around. I talked last week about how I had no reason to pick them over the Eagles except their history and who they are. This could be the same thing here. They haven't been playing well, but it's still Patrick Mahomes is still Spags running the defense, Chris Jones, Patrick Mahomes. They're going to be getting their receivers back here soon. So the Chiefs are one of them, and then the Texans too. The Texans have been lost by like the total of 4 points in their 2 losses. C.J. Stroud hasn't hit his stride yet. The offensive line may be an issue. More on that later. But the Chiefs and Texans seems like the most likely 2 teams that turn around from an 0-2 start. To have that happen, I figure the other hand, so second down, who are the 2-0 teams that are going to be falling back to the pack a little bit? And the first 2 that come to mind are from the AFC, Cincinnati first. And that has mostly to do with the Joe Burrow injury, going to be out at least 3 months, they said, for his turf toe surgery. Jake Browning played a few years ago, went 4-3 replacing Burrow, but it's not the same thing. Their defense isn't as good as it was a few years ago either. So obviously Cincinnati falling back to the pack seems very likely considering that they lost their MVP caliber quarterback in Joe Burrow. And then the Colts as well, great story to start the year. They whooped on Miami the first week, got a win against the Denver Broncos with a late penalty to let them re-kick a field goal, and they won it. Props to them. But Daniel Jones, I see falling back to earth a little bit. India is overall falling back a little bit. A little bit doesn't mean any necessarily going to be awful, but then see him fighting for a wild card berth by the end of the year. Third down, heading into this season, a lot of people talk about the NFC North being the best division, possibly the AFC North. The NFC West at this point is saying, hey, what about us over here? They have 3 teams at 2-0, the Niners, the Cardinals, and the Rams, all 2-0. And then Seattle's 1-1 with the 1 loss coming to the Niners in a closely contested Week 1 game. They're the only division that has everybody with at least 1 win, so there's nobody winless in the NFC West. And all 4 teams can make a case of like, hey, we can be a playoff contender here. The Rams have high sights set higher than that. So the NFC West asks and will get respect on their name here from 4 and Out. And that brings us to fourth down. We're going to punt. We don't punt the ball here. That's 4 and Out. Backup quarterbacks. Every team needs to have a backup quarterback plan. And when you don't, you have things like Miami happened. When Tua goes out, they just fall to pieces. So this is week 3, and we already have Marcus Mariota playing for Daniels. We have Browning going in for Burrow, which we talked about. Mac Jones going in for Brock Purdy. Carson Wentz for J.J. McCarthy. Tyrod Taylor for Fields. Backup quarterback is often overlooked, but when you need it, it's kind of like AAA insurance. You don't think about it until you need it. But in today's NFL, you almost always need it because the offensive line play across the board is just not as high as it used to be. So backup quarterbacks are going to be making a big impact already early in the season. And by the end of the year, you're probably going to see at least 60 different starting quarterbacks in the NFL. So thanks, everyone, for joining 4 and Out. Make sure you follow us, and go Bills.
That is our man Lawrence Foster with 4th and Out, man. Some interesting takes right there. He talked about the it's funny because he's right, though. Backups aren't really talked about until you actually need them.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting to see which backup this particular week. We have Carson Wentz, you got Jake Browning, you got Marcus Mariota. My question, you guys, fellas, what backup quarterback is going to have the biggest day in today, or needs to have the biggest day?
I'm going to go with Tyrod Taylor. I think he needs to have the biggest day of the backups. I'm really not expecting much from Marcus Mariota. And Browning, I believe, on the road. I believe he turned the ball over at a high rate last week. Now you're going on the road in the hostile environment against the Vikings. I don't believe he's going to be successful. I'm going with Tyrod Taylor.
Okay. I kind of feel opposite. I mean, like if the question is who do I think is going to have who's going to have the breakout game as the backup, or who I think needs it the most. Who I think needs it the most, I think, is Marcus Mariota. I mean, because the Commanders, how they've struggled through offense, you need Marcus to go out there and have a really good game, get these receivers nice and primed up, and get ready for Jane Daniels' return. So I think this is a huge game. It's a pivotal game for Marcus Mariota. Although the team is 1-1, I think it's absolutely necessary. I do think Tyrod Taylor has a chance to go out there and have a good game, but it's still the Jets. They're 0-2. They have a really tough matchup. I just don't see that. But the player that I believe is going to have the biggest impact, that's going to have the best game, is Jake Browning. I'm opposite with you on that one, Dolph. I think Browning has all the weapons. I think he has everything under the sun in order for him to play well, and I think he does that today against the Vikings.
Yeah. My only concern, and I'm sorry, Carlos, my only concern with Browning, again, is his ball protection, man. You got to protect that ball, especially going on the road.
And although Zach is opposite Dolph, I'm not opposite of you, Zach. I'm going to go with Carson Wentz. I think if there's a prime game, a prime head coach to get Carson Wentz back on track, think about this: the Bengals defense ain't shit. Let's keep that real. And then you're at home, and you have the quarterback whisperer and Kevin O'Connell. I think he's going to bring the best of Carson Wentz, who I think will play and needs it the most. Also, because I could see a resurgence in Carson Wentz, at least for this year. And I'm kind of concerned for McCarthy. What if Wentz does have a great couple of weeks, 2, 3, 4 weeks? Do they decide to keep Wentz going? Or that's yet to be determined. But I'm going to go with Carson Wentz, man, who's going to, if you can't get it done at home against a very bad Bengals defense, then you're going to have issues all year. So I think Carson Wentz and Kevin McConnell's going to get it done. And now I look for the Vikings to have a scary, be a scary team if Wentz can be that guy. So I'm going to go with Carson Wentz. So I think we're opposite of all each other. That's kind of cool.
I like that.
All right, now let's get to our Monday Night Football matchup, man. This one has the makings of a really, really good matchup. Detroit Lions taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Both these teams come in at 1-1. Both took L's week 1. Both got dubs in week 2. Lions smashed the Bears. Did they get their offense together? Also, the Ravens, although they scored a lot of points against the Browns, it was an ugly game until mid-third quarter in the fourth quarter. But before that, they had goal line issues, red zone issues. So still two teams we don't know a lot about them yet. But right now in this game, I'm going with the Ravens. I just trust them at home against the Lions on the road. I'm not a big Lions on the road kind of guy. I feel like they're Jekyll and Hyde road games, home games. You saw their first road game against Green Bay, only 13 points. And then, of course, their home game, 52 points. The Ravens, I always say this, the only time they lose is when they beat them damn selves and just a bunch of stupidity from this team. I think this game, they'll get their ish together. Give me the Ravens this one. I think they dog walk the Lions in Monday Night Football. How about you, Zach?
Look, I'm right there with you, Carlos. I mean, look, I think the Lions team is obviously feeling a roller coaster of emotions. Week 1, they get brought way down to earth. Week 2, they're living on a high, but they were going against the Bears. I think the roller coaster is going to continue until proven otherwise. They go against the Ravens. This is a really tough matchup. I love to see that their offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, all that stuff can kind of get together at some point, but we're still early in the season. There's still going to be some bumps in the road, and I'm with you. I think Ravens win by a fair amount.
Man, both of y'all are out your mind. You're crazy. What games have you been watching? They played Cleveland last week, and they couldn't run the damn ball against the Browns. This week, the first week, they played Buffalo, and the Ravens gave up over 40 against Buffalo. The Lions got their stuff together last week against the Bears in a big way. 6 for 7 in the red zone. They went for over 50. And when I look at this matchup, you gave up 50 to the MVP in Buffalo. But I'm here to tell you, the Lions have more weapons offensively and give you more problems on offense than the Buffalo Bills. Who the hell? You got St. Brown, you got Williamson, you got LaPorta, and you got Gills, baby. I'm telling you, Motown Dolph got your back, baby. Motor City, room, baby, room. Rev up the engine, baby. We getting rolling the Baltimore, baby, and roll out with that dub. Lions over the Ravens Monday night. Why? Because of coaching. Somewhere in that game, John Harbaugh will make a call that will cost the Ravens. He will make a call that will cost the Ravens. Lions, Monday night, over the Ravens, baby. Let's go Lions, baby. That's it, baby.
Got along with it.
Oh,
oh my goodness.
Let's go Lions, baby.
All right, it's going to be a good matchup from Monday Night Football, you guys. Cannot wait to call that game. Let's get it, y'all. Uh-oh. Got something going on, you guys. Got something going on, man. Uh-oh. We got Cash In with Carlos. Let's get it, man. Our week 3 edition. Ladies and gentlemen, let's rock and roll with it, man.
Money. Hey.
All right, y'all. Hey, this is our Same Faces, New Places edition. Ladies and gentlemen, there were teams that were playing for teams last year, and now they're on new teams. And I'm going to tell you, let's win some money, man. Please, are you ready? It's too easy, this one. Too easy. If you followed us last week, we're down 7 out of 8. That's like 87%. So if you follow me, you won some money. If you did, shame on you. Let's keep it rocking on now. Our first one, Daniel Jones, over under 214.5 passing yard for the Titans. BJ, we're going under on that one. Why? Because Tennessee has a vaunted defense back there. I don't care what no one says. Don't get it twisted. The Colts will win the game, in my opinion, but they'll run their way to a dub. Taylor back there will get up on 100 yards rushing. Daniel Jones will have a great passing game, but he has legs, though, baby. So give me Daniel Jones under 214.5 against the Tennessee Titans. Let's keep it rocking, y'all, because Daniel Jones was with the Giants. Thank God he didn't let that. He's with the Colts now, and better and brighter things coming for Daniel Jones, but under 214.5. Let's keep it rocking, y'all. Deebo Samuel, he was once a Niner. Now he is a freaking Commander. Well, guess what? They're going to need all of what he has. Mariota comes in as the backup quarterback. when he does best. Hey, Deacon and Duncan and Debo Samuel will take a 5-yard pass and turn to 30 anytime now. Debo Samuel over under versus have receiving yard versus Raiders. DJ, give me the over. I think Debo has a great game today. Catching and running and making things happen. He goes over 46.5 yards receiving versus Las Vegas. Y'all, we're not done with this. Nick Chubb was once the man for the Cleveland Browns. Now he is the man for the Texans right now. He is their starting running back. Over under 49.5 yards against the Jaguars. Nick Chubb, we're going under. We're going under, PJ. Why? Because the Jaguars and the Texans are going to have a close game. But I do believe that the passing game for Houston is going to be on point today. Nick Chubb will be close to the range, but I'm still going under because he's going to mix it up with other guys in the backfield as well. Nick Chubb will go under 49.5 rush yard versus Jaguars. Of course, our last one, Michael Parsons. That's right. Not Michael. Micah. Jerry Jones. He was once a Dallas Cowboy. Boo. And now he's going to be a Green Bay Packer. Minus 188 to get a sack. Get that sack for you guys, man. $100 might win you about 60, man. Come on, let's get it, man. That is cash in with Carlos. Let's rock and roll, y'all. If you don't believe me, believe it now. Get your money, baby. We out of here, man. We are out of here.
Come on. All right, man.
Yes,
Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Yeah, I appreciate that.
All right. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for the best segment in all the pregame, baby. You can't find this on CBS, Fox, NFL Network, ABC. I don't care what the hell your name, baby. It's home, baby. It's right here. Fellas, what time is it? It's time for what?
Straight
ballin'. Let's get it, baby.
Come on.
Let's go, baby. NFL turn. NFL Nation, how you doing, baby? It's time for straight. Now on this segment, here's what we do. We select our today for the straight baller of the day. Who's gonna ball out their mind in week 3 of the NFL season? Oh, your boy Dolphin starting. I'm starting Monday night, baby. All the way to Baltimore, Maryland. Who's gonna ball? My straight baller is no other than Jameer Gibbs. That's right. Jameer Gibbs is gonna run all around and through the Baltimore Ravens. Matabuke is out. That's bad news for the Ravens. So give me Jameer Gibbs as my straight. Week 3. Let's go, baby.
I got one person, 3 letters. JSN. Jackson Smith and Jigba against the New Orleans Saints. First 2 weeks of the year, over 100-yard receiving. Guess what? Let's make it 3 in a row. And he's got the kind of game that's going to get the Saints nightmares. Unfortunately for my squad, who that's to life. But right now, I think JSN is the man and proved me hella wrong so far. Jackson Smith and Jigba is my straight ballin' player of the week. Over 100 yards. Give me not one, but give me 2 little teddies for him, man.
I'm going to get you one that's going to be a bit of a surprise now, Dolphin Carlos.
All right,
Give me no other than the wide receiver that's been making his journey around the league, but he's finally found a home with a quarterback that can get him the ball And I'm telling you who it is. It is no other than Devontae Adams of the Los Angeles Rams. He is going to be straight balling on his way to victory over the Philadelphia Eagles. Give him a touchdown and 135 yards. Come on.
All right, let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling, baby. Let it keep rolling. Everybody in the chat, before we get out of here, we need to know who is your straight baller of the day. You got exactly a minute and a half, baby, before we roll on out of here. Who is your bad boy seafood? Trader Big Bro, Annie Elizabeth Rose Valowski, Non-Fiction. Let me know, baby. PJ, let us know who is your JT. Let us know Hoffa. Let us know who is your straight baller of the day. But goddamn, the minute and a half up. There goes the music. I thought I had a minute and a half. I timed
It
it
comes
wrong.
back around.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. There we go.
We back, baby. We back. Bad boy, I thought damn it. Bad boy said, Spencer Rattler.
Okay.
He gone with the rattlesnake, the rattler. Go rattle today. All right, bad boy. Give me some more, baby, before we get on out of here.
There we go. My guy, Kyle. Straight baller. Saquon Barkley. Okay.
Let's get it. Hey, for everybody tuning in for the first time, this is Answer NFL, your #1 pregame show on all the social media, baby. Thank you for joining us. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell, baby. We will be here with you all the way through Super Bowl Sunday, baby. You get this nowhere else but right here on the Come On In Sports Networks, baby. Bad boy. What? God damn it, he went to that too. You only can pick one. Make your mind up, bad boy. All right. Christian says Justin Jefferson will be straight. All right, Christian. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Listen, family. Thank you all for being here with us today. Shout out to y'all.
Damn, dog. It's loud as hell.
Hey, that's good, baby. That's good. That wake up the house, baby. Time to get up. It's almost kickoff, baby. It's almost kickoff,
baby.
NFL Sunday. Look, with that being said, family, enjoy the rest of your day. I'm Dope Jackson. He's Carlos. He's Zach. And this has been As the NFL Turns.
And PJ, goddamn. All right, girl.
Oh, goddamn it. I forgot my sister, PJ. She gonna be on my ass after the show. I'm sorry, PJ. I'm sorry. And I'm the main host, the star of the show, Miss PJ. This has been As the NFL Turns, and we'll see you all next Sunday, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. Enjoy your week 3, baby, and we out.
The Come On In Sports Network.